Massive thank you to my Patreon supporters, Stuart Hetherington, thank you, thanks buddy, Steve Bradshaw, thank you, thanks buddy, Dr. John Vanelon, thank you, thanks buddy, and the rest of the Patreon supporters. I really appreciate your ongoing support. If you haven't checked out my new channel, Snappy Says, go ahead and check it out now. We trash sommeliers in our most recent video. Hey there, Lanky Lefty here. So, some of you may know, you've seen my videos from the past, old Coach Saz coaching up the youth of America in baseball. I used to be a college baseball player, and now I'm trying my best to give back to my community. I'm on the local board, so I served my time there. I also coached 2 teams this year. And right now we're in the all-star season, so I'm coaching up the all-star kids. Now, I wasn't intending on coaching this thing. I was intending on being a dad and watching some other schlub coach my kid. That didn't happen. They weren't gonna have a team, so old Lefty here stepped her up and volunteered a little more time. That's why we're seeing a lot less CPAP videos here, but that's okay. This is for the youth. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and we're very happy about it, and I'm happy to serve my time. However, I'm having a really tough time, or I was having a really tough time running an effective practice. In that, the reason being is I didn't have enough balls. I didn't have enough balls to run an effective practice. So here's what happened. Major corporation, oh, those dirty corporates, those corporate bastards. They certainly came to save the day. My poor kids were using all the balls. Look, I stole a bunch of balls from Gonzaga, fair and square. Those are mine. I closed out a lot of games, and when the catcher throws it back to you, you just kind of pocket that baby. I got a lot of balls that way, easily a bucket. But those balls are easily like 20 years old now. So we needed a fresh batch. And look at this. Check out what my local Dick's Sporting Goods did for me. We got 6 18-packs of balls. Plenty of balls to run a practice. Look at these, really nice leather, little Dick's logos, Adidas logo. I want to take the time to say thank you. I know huge corporates always take a beating, but these guys really helped us out. I needed this to run an effective practice. Nice leather, they don't dent in when I hit it. It's not like a sponge soaking up, dew on the field. I love this. I wanted to say thank you to Dick's Sporting Goods, and on with the video. SleepyHead is a program you can use to track your sleep, what your machine is recording, all your waveforms from your airflow, and kind of get an understanding of if you are on an optimal pressure or not. And so that was SleepyHead. You could use that to pull off that data, and it was really a nice program for making sense of all of it and kind of going through it and seeing what's going on. Well, the SleepyHead project has shut down. So this was late February, I believe, and I was kind of watching it, seeing what would happen, if maybe it was just I'm frustrated, I'm tired, okay, I'm gonna come back. But it looks like it actually is shut down, and you can tell from here, this is the SleepyHead page where typically you would be downloading it. He's pretty pissed. After repeated hostile takeover attempts, undermining, betrayal, and torrents of abuse, he's like, I'm done. Now, where the plot really thickens here when you're looking at the SleepyHead official page is if you go to see the official announcement. It takes you to Jedi Mark or Mark Watkins' blog. He doesn't have a ton of blog posts, but this one is a doozy. If I'm putting myself into Mark's shoes, I can absolutely see where he is absolutely pissed off. The guy has put thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of hours into creating SleepyHead. And if you read this, he's basically saying, if you're a SleepyHead fan, remind apnea boards, the apnea board finally hijacked the SleepyHead project. They know they're dicks, they're cocksuckers. I freaking hate them. I hope they die. Is pretty much what he's conveying here. All this work he put into it, he really should have protected it more. The intellectual property is what I'm taking from that. And his buddy Ari totally screwed him over here. His close friend Ari. Ari is one of those guys that wants to get it out, which, hey, I understand that. You want to get it out. And then it seems like Mark is one of those guys that just wants to get stuff. It needs to be right before he gets it out there. You know what? Whatever camp you're from, who knows? But it's Mark's baby, and he had his baby ripped out of his arm. So I can absolutely understand why he is just flaming pissed. You actually read through this, and it's, man, his emotion is so raw. It's actually a little bit of a tearjerker. So when I looked over at Oscar, you get the feeling that it is SleepyHead. It's the same thing. I've used it once now. It has the same functionality. There was absolutely nothing I could tell that was different from SleepyHead. So from the end user, if you're just like, dude, don't care about the drama, I just want to kind of see what's going on, you're not going to notice any change. If you're looking at the human element behind it, you're thinking to yourself, how can I use this blood-soaked, drenching with the stench of betrayal Oscar? I guess in the end, I really just want what's best. I kind of want both things. I really want what's best for the end user, because really that's Jedi Mark or Mark Watkins. He never charged anyone for it. I don't know if his plan ever was. I doubt it, because it was out for so long. But, he clearly was doing it out of the goodness of his heart. And then someone stole that from him, something that he wasn't profiting from anyway. So it's a tough one. God, I feel horrible for him. I really do, because you can tell that this was, you could tell that this is his baby. So I don't know. Maybe throw a couple more bucks at him. He still has it up on his page, or you can donate to him. Man, I feel for the guy. I really do. I don't know what happened. I really don't. Now I can assume that because SleepyHead project is not affiliated in any way with Apnea Board or SleepyHead.be, something happened over there. So the takeover attempts. If we head over to Apnea Board, I don't know anyone at Apnea Board. I mean, they have a forum where people can talk about their sleep and get help. So from that, I like them. I really don't know anything about them. CPAP Talk's another one. People are like, oh, those are your competition. Why would you talk about them? I don't really see it as competition. They're just people trying to help other people out, as far as I know. Anyway, so if you go over to Apnea Board, you can see Oscar. I believe it stands for open source. Hold on, let me just hit it and see if it says it. Yeah, okay. Open source CPAP analysis reporter. From what I understand, these are a lot of the same developers that worked on SleepyHead. So what they did is they kind of went, this is just me trying to make sense of it. It looks like they went back to one of the earliest forms of SleepyHead and kind of started a fork in the road of, okay, this is where SleepyHead kind of veered off, and now we're going to veer off in this other direction with Oscar. So I haven't downloaded it yet. I actually don't know anything about it other than exist. I saw it way back in February. It came out like almost right when SleepyHead was announced, like I'm shutting down, that I saw stuff for Oscar popping up. So there was for sure some what appears to be animosity in that area. So I'll just go ahead and download it, I guess. Probably get a virus here. That's nice. And we'll see what it's all about. Now I'm very much guessing it is going to be very similar, if not the same. So there's an Apnea Board. So right now we're at sleepfiles.com. If you're kind of curious, like, where do I go to download this? I have no affiliation with these guys, but I would feel comfortable downloading it. I could be wrong. I could be sending you to Malware City. All right, so I have to change my security preferences. That's what I did last time when I first downloaded SleepyHead. All right, so we unlocked it so we can look at it. I had to go into my security settings, shut off my firewall for a second, download it. So we go ahead and open it up, and it sure looks a lot like it. I'm gonna check out profiles and just see. I know there's a way that you can, it said you can drag over your information from SleepyHead. I don't have an SD card in here, and I think I pretty much delete all my data every time, because sometimes it's not my own. We'll go ahead and take a look at this later, but just so you know, yeah, SleepyHead is shut down. There looks like there is another option called Oscar. You can tell there's a lot of these icons, and just the feel of it looks very much like SleepyHead. I believe it's many of the same developers for it, and they just kind of took it over. And it looks like it may have been a bitter thing, which you create something and then you feel like people are trying to take it away. I don't know anyone. I don't know the particulars of it, so I'm just talking out of my cornhole at this point. But if you are interested in still using a SleepyHead-like software, Oscar doesn't roll off the tongue like SleepyHead does, but here it is, and I'll be uploading some data into this and kind of taking a look at it so I can share that with you and how it works once I figure it out for myself. That's it for now. If you are looking for a way to support us, but you really don't want to actually do anything, Great option is to use our Amazon affiliate link below if by any chance you're an Amazon Prime member or just shop Amazon ever. Use that link. You don't pay any more, but we do get a referral fee for that, and it really helps us out. The other thing you can do if you need a mask or anything, you can try maskbite.com. We sell the mask cleaner as well as slightly used mask, but still full of love.